turn it over to Jace and Leslie here. These guys, so hopefully you guys can see them on your screens right now. We got Jace Vernon, Leslie. Leslie, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Is it? How do you pronounce it? You need to unmute yourself and say it.
Gaona.
Yeah, Gaona.
Gaona.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right. Well, I'll probably butcher that again, so I'm not even going to try. But these guys have done an amazing job to help us streamline our marketing process on webinars, filling up our webinars on a amazing amount of leads and getting people there and really have it systematized with the right text message flow, the right content. So yeah, we're just really excited to have these guys on our team and be able to work with them. And so, yeah, I wanted to kind of open it up. You guys can kind of tell them what we've been working on and what you've done for us. And I know some of you are already clients of Jason Leslie's. Some of you aren't. This just, it gives you an opportunity to kind of learn and see. If you want to do it yourself, that's great. But what we've loved about working with Jason Leslie is they're the experts. They can get all the tech dialed in, and we don't have to stress about that, because that's probably one of the most challenging parts of that marketing piece. So Jace, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you great.
Perfect. All right. So we actually got some good stuff for you. I put over there in the chat section a link where you guys can go, marketinghigh.com/doc. And we're actually going to educate you guys on what we're doing, what's working, and then we'll give you some tools. We'll give you some resources. So if you want to do this yourself, you're able to do it yourself. If you want us to do it, we're also going to give you guys an opportunity to have us do it all for you. But Leslie created this awesome doc for you guys to go through, and she's going to bring it up. Are you able to get that up, Leslie?
Yeah.
So if you want, go to that link and download it. Some of you can go there and download it.
It's super easy. You just have to go to marketinghigh.com/doc and click on the marketing guide, COVID-19. And it's right there. You don't have to put in your email. You don't have to do anything. It's 100% ready for you. I know some of you are already printed it out, which is awesome. That way we can kind of walk through it. So as Kate and Reagan said, we work with them to grow their webinars and some of their marketing. And I just kind of wanted to share some of the pieces that we were doing with them, some things we noticed are working, some things that aren't working, so you guys can start filling out your schedule. Okay, yeah, so everyone print that out really quick because it's kind of interactive, this meeting, so you guys can kind of take some stuff away. All right, so Jace, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jace. That works.
That works, and I'm Leslie, and we're Red. So what me and Jace do, we grow clinics with online marketing. These are just some of the people, some of the clinics that we work with. Some of you guys are on here today, so that's really nice. One thing that I'm noticing is that we're all facing the same problem, whether or not you've had marketing before or are starting it up now, is the main problem that we're facing is the public perception of leaving their house, right? Your state might be under lockdown. You might not be considered an essential business. And I think some of the regen clients with that age group are a little bit skeptical of online visits, online consultations, and they think it's too hard to jump on the phone, if that makes sense. Like for my grandma, she would rather still go into an office, talk to somebody, as opposed to do a FaceTime. That's just who she is. So now that there's kind of this barrier, how do we make it simple for your age demographic?
And Leslie, can I add something about your grandma in there?
Yeah.
I've never met her, but the beautiful thing about Leslie, she's been coaching me because, for 3 weeks, we've been radically changing our marketing approach. And she's like, you got to think of my grandma being in the chat box, Reagan. Like, my grandma's not going to do this. She's not going to do that. And I'm like, okay. So Leslie's just been slapping me, like coaching me through this, and it's been great. So anyway, I appreciate that. It's been very helpful.
No, honestly, I love working with you guys because it's like, Reagan, my grandma's not going to give you her phone number on a chat box. We need to rethink this. This is not working. You're not going to get regen or stem cell clients that are 60 plus giving you their personal information over a chat box.
Right.
And that's something a lot of people aren't thinking about.
Yeah.
You know,
the other thing people aren't thinking about is their phone number on a bathroom stall. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Bad joke.
Yeah. Bad joke. Love it though. So one thing I wanted to go over is goals. A lot of you guys started off your quarter really, really strong. Kind of like how we were mentioning, but life happens. So on page 3, I just kind of wanted to go over some of your 2020 goals and how does COVID change it? Whether or not we want to say it out loud is like the way we've done business is changing. It's just a simple matter of fact, and we just need to adapt. So one of the things I put on here was, what are your guys' goals and how does COVID change your goals? So for example, I want to do 3 more webinars this week, or 3 webinars a week, or 3 seminars a week before. Now it's webinars. I wanted to sign up 4 acupuncture people a week. Well, that might change because they might not be able to come in. So you'll have to change your either program, the way you sign them up, the way you do visits and everything like that. So I just think that's really important to just kind of, your goals can still be your goals, but just change them or adapt them. Right. All right, and this is one thing I want everybody to kind of think about. What does your current marketing strategy look like? And this is something that you're gonna have to talk to with your internal team, with your marketing director. Is what you're doing right now working? Does that make sense? So is your online marketing bringing you money, or are you just throwing it away? Essentially. So how do you guys know, and how can you guys track what your budgets are looking like? So one thing I've noticed with a lot of regen clients or a lot of people is that they're just throwing their money away essentially. They're not targeting the right people. They're not sending the right message. The delivery isn't there. And that's just kind of one thing I wanted to go over with you guys today.
And I want to chime in on that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Just anymore with the way technology is, it's very easy to track what is happening on marketing. It's very easy to know, hey, is this working or is it not working? Is the traffic coming to my website converting or not converting? And so you just want to make sure you have the simple things in place, the Google Analytics, the Webmaster Tools, the Facebook Pixel, so that when somebody signs up and registers, that gets put on your analytics so you know that exact cost. And it's really important you know that it cost me $2 to get me a webinar registration. $2, I have to get 50 of them to make one sale. And so you just kind of work the numbers backwards and make sure that whatever you're putting into marketing, you're making 2, 3, 4, 5, 8x on it. So go.
Right. One thing that's going to be kind of shocking is a lot of you aren't going to know how much your cost per lead or your cost per booking, your cost per program sign up. And that's something you have to dial in right now more than ever, is knowing exactly how much it costs you to get a check in your hand. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about today is webinars. I love webinars. I think webinars are such a cool and updated medium that you can use to kind of get your message across. So this is essentially how webinars are working, or how I like to run them is a lead, a patient, potential patient sees your ad, they click on your ad, and they have some way of opting in to saying, yes, I'm going to attend this webinar. Okay. And then your webinar happens. Awesome. You teach them about functional medicine. You teach them about regenerative medicine, right? And then usually this is where it stops. They either attend, they don't attend, you get a sale or you don't, and it just stops right there. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing a lot right now is the webinar happens and you're done. That's it. I'm seeing people not following up. I'm seeing people not contact people that were interested. And I'm sure you guys know life happens. I sign up for webinars every day, but I can't get to them because last minute meetings, I have to go run an errand. Life happens. So I think it's really important to not just leave those leads or those people that were interested once upon a time and just let them go. You know, you really need to rethinking, how am I remarketing to these people? Am I inviting them to a different one? Am I inviting them to my newsletter? Am I sending them out different content? Am I somehow engaging them to give me a call? So that's one main thing that I'm seeing not happening.
Yeah, Leslie, give them some numbers. We were going over this last week. So if we have, say, 100 people register for a webinar, what number is showing up? We're about 35%, correct?
Yeah, depending on the time of your webinar, it's about 35%. So the numbers are a little bit different than your traditional seminar. I know you guys are used to seeing 50% of the confirmations show up, but it's a little bit different with webinars because people don't have to go to a physical place. It's on their phone, and it's a little bit less of a commitment in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. So, but the main thing is, even though you only have 35% show up, the best thing is that you got 100 people sign up. Now you have 100 people's contact information, which you can do remarketing, you can do emails, you can do their webinar replay. So just because they sign up and they don't show up, that doesn't mean that they're not going to turn into customers. You just have to be very consistent. I always talk in marketing it starts with lead capture, then you have to make sure you have a lead nurture, and then you have the lead conversion. And nurture, a lot of people don't do the nurturing. And when you get that registration sign up, it's all about nurturing, remarketing, emails, texts, follow up. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like what happens after they say, I'm going to go to the webinar, I'm going to be there. They show up and they don't buy anything. I have a feeling that a lot of you guys aren't doing anything with that. You're just kind of letting them go. You might not even be calling them to say, hey, Ann, I noticed you were on the webinar. You know, do you have time for a quick consult with our physician on staff? You know, a lot of you guys are just, they show up, they don't buy. Well, who cares, you know? And that's, I think, a big problem we're seeing right now. And I just want to show you the importance of webinars and how they can drive like actual dollars into your clinic. We had a COVID-19 webinar kind of boosting immunity, boosting their Heal from Home coaching programs. They had 29 attendees. They made $60,000 with consultations, with immunity boosting packs. They created health coaching programs for their existing clients that were on either a functional or regenerative medicine program already. And they just kind of did like an add-on. For a bigger discount, we're going to give you our immunity boosting pack. So just doing add-ons to their current plans and using your existing patients to generate some revenue. We had a stem cell webinar recently. They had 30,000 collected through joint paint marketing and an amazing closer at the end. It's about creating urgency, maybe doing a slightly different offer instead of an in-person consult, do a quick phone call consult and get people in that way and just kind of like, you know, set the expectation that, hey, we really want you to get better. If you're not comfortable coming in right now, that's totally fine. Let's do this over the phone really quick then. Another webinar client that I have, he generated 42 through webinars and virtual consultations. So what he does is he does a webinar, schedules almost everybody for a consult. It's complimentary with the webinar. He schedules them right there. And then with those people, he basically just wants to sell them on a Heal from Home program. So his entire focus is getting webinars, everybody there registered to a consult, and then the consult to Heal from Home, and they never, ever meet him. They never go inside his office. They never physically are with him ever. So he was one of the very first people that I've noticed completely shifted to Heal from Home. This is what you can do from home. I'm going to send you everything. I'm going to send you videos how to do everything. Here's some results I've had from Heal from Home. And then I just wanted to show you guys Reagan and Cade, the numbers are actually up than what you guys said earlier. So tomorrow, you guys have 311 registrants. So for belly fat,
smokes.
you have 311, and then you have 304 for your joint pain.
So we're up 200 more than on what we had.
And that's with less ad spend per location, right?
Yeah, we're doing less ad spend.
Yeah. All right. And Leslie, you're still going to teach that one for me? Is that the plan?
Yeah. That's my whole thing.
We need to see if Leslie can close.
Yeah.
Exactly. We know you can market, but we want to see
close.
where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call my grandma, and she's just gonna handle it all for me. She's like, "Oh yeah, Reagan's so nice. He helped me over the phone." Yeah,
that's awesome. 300. So I hope we don't break Zoom. But if you look at our numbers, we have, what are we averaging? About 30% that register actually show up. So we're still in the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we because ultimately it can only handle 100.
Right.
At a time. So, but that actually should be our very good sweet spot.
Yeah. So I just kind of want to show you guys that webinars do work if done effectively and if you have enough leads going in. So I don't want people to say, "Oh, well, I did one, no one showed up." Okay, well, how many people registered? I had 9 people registered. Well, not enough.
And that's how I used to be. I was like, webinars don't work. We had 40 people register and we had 2 show up and one's, anyway, I used to, but now I realize, it's a numbers game. You got to have more numbers, and it's way cheaper though. I mean, we're spending 20% of what we used to spend on marketing, and we're getting just as good, if not a better ROI than we've ever gotten. And so it's been really exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a couple questions come in. Dr. Paula, how do I get on the pain and belly fat affiliate? So that will be Ann. We've almost got that, the whole evergreen webinar sequence ready for you. Ann already put it up there. There it is. It's ready.
That's quick.
And Joanne, I appreciate that. I'm not the master closer. I'm a person who's always learning how to close. I'm the constant obsessive on that. So, but I appreciate the compliment. Thanks, Joanne. All right. Sorry, Leslie, go ahead.
They had a question on replay. Do people want to view the replay? Yes. Like example, if I sign up for webinars, I always anticipate the replay. So, but I've been in this game a while, but I enjoy watching webinars. It's just, I know there's a replay and it's on my schedule. So everyone gets a replay after they register.
Yeah, exactly. And do you do remarketing and re-engagement? Yes. I love webinars for reactivation. How many of you guys have had clients that signed up for something, they didn't really finish the program, they just kind of dropped off, but you know that they're still somewhat interested, maybe just not in that program. So I love using webinars to get your old traffic, old leads, old patients back into something new, something fresh, something better, maybe something better suited for them.
Yeah, and what we did last week is Ann created, after the belly fat class, she created a link where people can purchase the master class for $99, and they get the consultation with it, and they get to watch the replay. So one of the things we're using our master classes with is where people, when they purchase from you once, it's so much easier for you to get them to purchase from you again and again and again, which is why we like paid consults. But with webinars, we've learned that free consults are really good up front, but then for that revamping, like Jace said, when you have somebody who likes to watch webinar replays, there's actually something for them to purchase at the end besides just a consult. And so that's where we've got the immune masterclass, the pain relief masterclass, and the belly fat, it's the truth about belly fat class. And Leslie came up with that term. She did a lot of market research. So we went off her lead on that. So thank you.
Yeah. And that just kind of shows like even the way you name your webinar. I think Reagan, like when we were first doing the belly fat peptides, no one was showing up for you and peptides equals your best life, or whatever we had before.
Those fools. It's so much more interesting, right?
When we're using human HG, human growth hormone plus peptide webinar, healthy self at Reagan Gmail. Was that the title of the webinar?
Yeah, I've made them way too complicated. So leave it to me to make them make it really complicated. Leslie's like, let's just go truth about belly fat, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, and we're averaging like what, $6 a lead right now or something insane. So
probably less.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. What you name your webinar, you have to remember, who are you marketing this towards? You're not marketing it towards other doctors. You're not marketing it towards other healthcare professionals. You're marketing it to regular people with regular lives. I don't understand peptides, one. I don't understand human growth or hormone replacement. I don't understand a lot of these terms, but I understand belly fat, and I want to get down to the truth of it. So just the way you guys are naming it too. Okay. All right, so let's go through how to build a webinar that converts and educates. What's your message? Who do you want to show that message to? And how do you plan on closing? These are the three big things that kind of seem obvious, but when I'm watching webinars, I'm noticing aren't happening with some of you guys. So your message, what do you want to tell people? Like, let's just break down Reagan and Cade's The Truth About Belly Fat. Your message, the truth about belly fat. Learn about belly fat. Why do you have belly fat? Is it necessary? So just that simple message gets across a lot easier than peptides can help accelerate your growth and your wellness journey. So just kind of water down your message enough for regular people who are ultimately buying into your program. Who are you targeting? If you're targeting, let's do regen. Most of you guys are seeing 40 and older. Why are you wasting your marketing dollars with 40 and younger? Okay, so that's one thing. Who are you targeting? If you have a woman's hormone program placement or program, why are you targeting men in your ads? Okay, so it's just thinking and reaching the people who you ultimately are going to buy. And then how do you plan on closing them? If you just, I saw one the other day, Cole, do you remember? It was, all right, well, if you have any questions, let me know, bye. And he hung up. He didn't give them something to opt into. And this was a medical doctor. He just, okay, bye guys. That was it. He didn't offer them a phone number. He didn't offer them a way to contact him. He didn't offer a website, nothing.
We have this group called Go Wellness, and that guy maybe could use some help here. Just saying.
Yeah, because I think.
Yeah.
Just a nice little plug.
Shameless plug for our cool community here.
Yeah. I watched one, and it was a regen, because I like watching webinars, seeing what other clinics are doing, seeing what other people are doing. And it was so, all right, well, if you guys are interested, let me know. And then he just hung up. Like, no, give me a call for a consult, no offer, no nothing. So, Jace, do you have anything to elaborate on closing?
Oh yeah, I actually do. Just remember, selling and closing is actually really easy. There's quick 4 steps. Very first thing you want to do is what I call is build relationships of trust. Get to know them, ask questions. After that, you want to create some type of value for them. Okay, you want to identify kind of their problem, create a value, and then once you do those two, once they like you and you've provided value to them, the closing part's pretty easy. So just there's a great book out there called Spin Selling, and it's all about getting to know the customer, caring for the customer, which East West and Go Wellness is very good at doing. They care about the customer. So as long as you care about the customer, you learn about them, create value for them that's going to solve their problem, and then just close them. And most of them will close on their own. So pretty simple.
Right. So I'm sure you guys are all psyched and pumped. How do I get started with a webinar? On the download, I created just a really simple, basic how-to step I ran this by some of my clients and they were able to do it by themselves. Just really simple, really easy. I take you guys exactly pre-webinar. First thing, pick a topic, pick a date, pick a time. Make a commitment, set it up, design a PowerPoint, get your ads up. And then what happens after the webinar, it's really easy. You just share that content with everybody, essentially. Now my favorite part, mistakes I see every day and how to avoid them. All right, so I saw this ad yesterday for a webinar. Awesome. And I clicked on it. It turns out they're in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's 430 miles away from me, for laser therapy. That's something I can't do from my house. I have to go in. So these people are, Bright Path Wellness is wasting their marketing dollars by not targeting their location. Some programs you guys are going to be able to do kind of national without borders. And some of them, unfortunately, they're still going to have to come in to the location to receive some sort of treatment. So just be really careful with where you're targeting and who you're targeting. But I sent them a message saying, fix your targeting. This is another one we saw today. This morning was from a dentist's office. No picture. I clicked on the ad. It took me to the homepage and their site is not mobile friendly. So kind of look at what you guys are running right now and what does the user experience look like? So how do people sign up? I think is really important. And is what you're offering either only available in your area because they have to come in to receive treatment, or can you do this national? All right. Also, I'm not in the age demographic for laser therapy for immune system. That's usually tend to be 30 plus, 35 plus, and I'm not in that age range. So just other things to think about. With Reagan and Cade, what we've noticed, a huge influx of leads coming in for your webinars is Reagan's face, Cade's face, and the actual providers that are helping you, I think is making such a big difference. I would rather click on an ad where I can see who's going to be helping me, or I can see who am I dealing with. Okay, so that's one thing to really take note.
Yeah, real quick, whenever you're doing the ads, and for those of you who want to venture out on your own and do this, best to take a picture of you in your office, you working on somebody. That always works better than some stock photo that you find with acupuncture. So use Instagram, social media, YouTube is very authentic, and you'll find authentic videos of you just pulling out your phone, taking a video, talking about your product and service works better than having a $10,000 professional video created. So just be authentic, works better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I can't say that much better.
Yeah.
I can't. So one other thing I want to share with you guys is please don't have ugly PowerPoints. It is so visually assaulting to just have an ugly PowerPoint with no message and no information on there, or it's just blank. So one thing I really want to challenge you guys is just get on canva.com. It's free. I made this PowerPoint you're seeing right now on a free account on Canva. And just use it to your advantage. Okay, this is some of the stuff that we're running with some of our current providers, and it was made on a free account. You don't have to pay anything, but it's just making it more visually appealing. And when you're at a certain demographic, like for hormones or for stem cell therapy, you have to have big fonts. That's just one thing you guys aren't thinking about. Who's the age range for stem cell therapy? Usually, I want to say 50 and older, 50, 55, 60 and older. If they're on their phone, they're not going to be able to read a single thing you're putting on the page. Because first of all, they don't have their glasses on them, because my grandma always loses her glasses, you know? So you just have to think about, again, the user experience. If someone's on their phone, they're not going to be able to read anything because you have 12-point font, you know? Okay. And then Jace is going to talk a little bit.
Okay. So obviously you guys can try to do this by yourself. You're more than welcome to. Some of you are on very tight budgets and you don't have a marketing team and you're running your own ads. If you want, as part of Go Wellness, we're just as new to this as everyone else. I mean, we started doing the whole webinar thing 3 weeks ago because of the whole change that took place. Before that, we were just booking people appointments within their clinic, and then we kicked over to webinars. But we're liking the whole webinar thing. It is working, and so far it's worked for every clinic that we've worked. You can go to marketinghigh.com/doc, and we put that in the chat. Okay, and we have a program. You can sign up for it. It's very simple. Normally it's $2,500. Well, Go Wellness members get it at basically $1,500 per month, and we're managing everything. So what does that include? We're setting up your webinars. Okay, we're fixing your landing pages. We're fixing the site. We're following up with your people. We're making sure they show up. We're recording the webinars, everything. And then we set up the remarketing campaigns after and the nurture campaigns after. Okay, so it's all inclusive. That way you don't have to worry about it. Where you need to focus your time is building your presentation and closing the deals. So very simple. And if you want to go there, you can just sign up and we'll be happy to help. Now, once you do sign up, we have a whole thing we walk through to get your message. We want to know what you're good at. We want to know where you've ran into problems so we can kind of customize it to fit your needs. Okay.
And to answer your question, Dominic, yes, we can build your presentation. What I like to do is take the ones that you've traditionally done in seminars, because everyone has their, their seminar PowerPoint, and just giving it an updated look. Or we can completely build one from scratch. So yeah, that is included, is a PowerPoint facelift.
And we have some cool things we're working on right now. So, as part of being a member of us, I own a company also called Ydraw. We created whiteboard animation here in the United States back in 2011. They are some of the highest converting videos out there. And we're going to be working, creating some of these videos that we can use. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the blueprint model. There's a few out there. Well, we're going to start designing some that I think are going to convert better. And what we'll do is have them pre-recorded, and you can just take those videos. So that's something to look forward to. It's going to be coming out soon that you guys can use. So that's it.
Nice. Very cool.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. I think
Yeah, no problem.
if you guys look at it, and I think, Jace, when we were talking about this, is there any minimum commitment as far as
with today's time, like we basically are telling people, hey, there's no contracts. We don't want to tie anyone into something they don't want to be in. So there's no contracts. You can try it for a month. Now, I don't recommend that because I'm always like, stick to things until they work, because this does work. But
yeah, and I think if you get the right setup, if you, especially right now where you have a little bit of spare time, if you can, spend a little time on the like building your business, there's no question that it's going to pop well within that month time frame anyways.
It pops.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see, like, it really does take us, once we sign somebody up, you're seeing registrations within, 2 days?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's too long. 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. So.
Yeah. And I think some people, like anything, if there's, is there any like disqualifiers, anyone out there that if you're expecting this or this, anything that you want these guys to know, like, hey, make sure you have an Instagram or social media account, or does it really matter? You guys can help them with that.
No, we'll do that. Some people on here are part of our bigger package where we're managing all website design and everything. But no, as far as like Facebook setup, all of that, no. If you don't have it, we're going to set it up, because it would take you guys a few hours. It takes us really 15, 20 minutes. And so we'll set all that up for you.
And what if you're in a smaller market? Awesome. Great. I love it. I mean, we do
Yeesh.
Park City's not even that big, but
That's what I was gonna say. Like Park City, 25,000 people is the population there, and then we've been going to Wyoming, which is like another 25,000 people.
Yeah.
And we had almost like 80 leads on the last event.
Yeah, Park City actually, I think they had the most leads out of each of our clinics, which historically Park City has been the hardest place to market. You'd think, everyone thinks of Park City as like, oh, it's just a super affluent area. You guys are crushing it there. It's actually our most challenging place to market and get people into the office, because a lot of people are, it's more of, second homes, things like that. So we have to get creative there.
Yeah.
All right. So there's been a couple questions on PowerPoints and things. Reagan, I don't think we've uploaded the updated PowerPoints. So Ann or Annie on the back end will get those into Kajabi through Dropbox, right? They're in Dropbox right now, right, Reagan?
Yeah, I mean, Ann, I gave her access. The problem, anyway, Ann has been a lifesaver, as you guys know, on the back end, because she's organizing all my chaotic content, and so she will have those in there. We'll have those in there before the day is up for sure. So get in your Kajabi and get on that. Go.
And just wanted to touch on Paula's point on Park City. We're marketing to like the population outside of Salt Lake.
Right.
And so that's like, it's rural areas like, Vernal, we got different places in Wyoming. It's not, I think
we're marketing Park City in Park City. We're not doing like a large radius where people from bigger cities will trickle in. No, it's Park City.
Yeah, Salt Lake, we're already marketing in Salt Lake. So, but Paula, your area in Grand Junction, it would do really, really well, because we're almost like neighbors in our geographical area, because Park City, we have to go way outside. We have to expand the zip codes. So I think it would be certainly worth a shot doing a webinar there. Absolutely. And then Jean asked, what comprehensive programs do you offer outside of just webinars, and what would the cost be for Go Wellness clients?
Reach out to us, Jean, on that, and we can show you everything. And we'll give anyone a custom proposal if they're like, hey, look at all of our stuff. Look at our website. Look at our social media. We'll go through all of it on a screen share that we'll record and then give it to you that you can take and use. So just reach out to us.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys have done webinars in the past and no one showed up, please give me a call. I will help you some sort of way, because that just kind of tells me either you didn't have enough marketing efforts behind it, or your marketing efforts just weren't there. They just didn't perform. So yeah, if you have hosted a webinar before and nobody showed up, just give me a quick call. I'll do some quick pointers for you. Hey. Nothing's more depressing than showing up to a webinar where nobody's there.
And can I share with you guys, so just so everybody knows, we've got our evergreen marketing campaigns going. And so let's see, can I share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show the landing page that Leslie's created. This is just one of them. This is our pain relief masterclass. And this has been exciting because there are ways where Leslie can just run an ad and then people can watch a replay of the video, and you guys can do this right now without reinventing the wheel. It created a landing page here. We've been doing knee and back pain, knee, back, foot, and other joint pain. And so, here's the basic landing page. Here's me, who was the presenter. Obviously, you'd put your clinic information there. And then this is the generic video that I did that's not branded to anything. And we have, here's kind of the start of it. I hope you enjoy this special. So, but yeah, great. We give them a download to instant access to the Pain Relief Masterclass, Stem Cell Health class for $47. And so it's a way that you can if you don't want to do a live webinar, if that freaks you out, this is another opportunity that we've created for those Go Wellness clients. And that's what we're mentioning when we talk about the affiliate. And this has been pretty awesome for us. The other one that we've got, Kate, do you know, or Leslie, do you remember, is it Immune? Is that our Immune Masterclass, the one we created? Is it?
Oh, Immune, let me double check. I think it's
I'll show people that one, and then we've got our belly fat. So we've got 3.
Hold on.
We've got 3 landing pages we can show you guys here that I think would be interesting, so you guys can see, what happens on the back end for those of you who don't want to do the live webinars. Are still the evergreen opportunity. And in the pain, I talk about peptides. I talk about regen medicine. I talk about home visits. If that's a possibility, if people are homebound and you have the capabilities, I say there is a potential that we can, work with you no matter what. And even if it's just starting them on peptides right now, like BPC 157, some thymosin beta 4. Okay, so Leslie's got it right there.
Yeah.
So
it's the weight loss. So that's the belly fat.
That's the belly fat. So I'll go to that one and then share it with you guys. And this one looks good. Man, our COVID thing comes up. It's COVID season. Okay, so here's the belly fat one. And so once again, Leslie did amazing. She created this like a few weeks ago, literally at night. It's like, 10 at night, and she's, calling me on the phone, and we're getting it all set up. And she's just been an awesome collaborator. So I really enjoy this one. Tired of being tired, you want healthy hormones, ideal weight. So we're leading into getting the result they're looking for. And then here's the masterclass. $87 is what we're charging for this one. We always charge a little more for the wellness because it's more lifestyle. We want to see commitment. And so that's it. So they can go on there, and that's the landing page for belly fat. And then we have one more landing page, which is immunity. And I can't remember what that, do you have that one, Kate or Leslie?
One second.
You're wondering on the
Immune Masterclass.
That's a Kajabi one, unless Leslie put that on our actual.
That's a Kajabi one.
Oh, is that Kajabi?
You created that one, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and that one, we have once again, we have the video there. A lot of you have been using that affiliate Kajabi. So, what we're trying to do overall, I hope you guys have some vision about, there are plans out there. I want you to focus on the 12-month transformation for your patients. We're going to show you on Friday, we're going to take you through our checklist for marketing. We're going to talk about the 3 niches. We're also going to be talking about the sales process, and then how to put business structures in place for a virtual practice. And so we'll talk about some of our policies, some of the changes that you're going to need to make in your practice. Today, I wanted to get you guys the resources that are there for you. These are remember Dan Sullivan always says it's the who, not the how. So if you want to be the how and do this on your own, and you want to spend your valuable time like figuring out how to do ads and stuff like that, go for it. I can tell you that for most of you, you'll save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money hiring these guys, which is why I had them come on. And I'm really appreciate the offer that they gave you guys. I think that's amazing. And so use these guys. And once again, we have resources where you can literally get your evergreen webinars out today. Well, I guess I shouldn't speak for Leslie and Jace there, but as soon they have already we've got the videos created, and we've got the masterclass created. So people will literally click on that, fill out the payment link, and you've got a new patient in your office. Whereas, we had the people who've done that program they would have no patients, and now they have patients that, you know, are basically pre-educated, and they're right into their office, and you're already starting them on their education curriculum. So I think this is a win-win for everybody. Jace and Leslie, really appreciate you being on this. Any final questions that anyone's got for Jace or Leslie or for any of us here at Go Wellness? Was that